Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Shawnee High School, where tonight the homestanding Indians welcome in the Coldwater Cavaliers. Hello, everyone. I'm Danny Holbrook, alongside Evan Skillett and our entire WSN crew. And, Evan, we take a look at this matchup. Coldwater comes in with a 2-2 record. Obviously, the late start because of football, and they're going up against the juggernaut in Shawnee at 8-1.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. These are two good teams. Don't get that 2-2 twisted. This is
right.
a good Coldwater team with some really good players. Their two losses are to Jackson Center and Russia, two really good programs as well. But things work with them because of Balin Blockberger, 20 points per game. He shoots 50% from the field, 38% from outside. The guy can get it done from outside. He can cut, get inside to the basket. He can pass it a little bit as well. But like you said, they're going up against a buzzsaw in Shawnee. You said it, 8-1. That one loss is to LCC, which they avenged just a couple weeks later with a big win over the T-Birds. And look, they've got a lot of different guys they can go to. Starts with the Bertkey brothers and Jagger Hutchins as well. Some really good guys out there that I'm looking forward to talking about throughout this whole game.
Absolutely, Evan, and we look at Shawnee and we talk about their offensive firepower, which they do, but defensively, they have so much length. How do you get to the rim? How do you shoot over top of them? They're really good on the defensive end.
And that's exactly what makes them go, right? You've got 6'7", you've got 6'7", and 6'6" starting. Alongside 6'1", you got 6'4" coming off the bench as well. They go down into a zone defense. They're incredibly tough to break down and to figure out. You've really got to work on getting the ball to the high post and moving it around to get open looks, but it's tough.
Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineup for the Coldwater Cavaliers. They come in averaging 54.45 a game. Defensively, they give up 47 a game, and they will start. Number 5, Balin Blockberger, a 6'4" senior guard at 20.3 a game. Number 11, Brady Layfeld, a 6-foot senior at 5.3 a game. Number 14, Mason Welch is a 6'3" guard, 7.8 a game. Owen Kunk is a 6'7" senior at 6 points a game. And number 33, Miles Potcutter, is a 6-foot senior at 4.3 a game. The Coldwater Cavaliers come in at 2-2. They are led by head coach Nick Fisher. For the homestanding Indians, they come in at 8-1, as Evan mentioned, and they have had a fantastic season so far. They are led by the Bertkey brothers. Trevick Bertkey, a 6'7" sophomore, averages 18.7 a game. Number 14, Tate Bender, is a 6'1" guard at 7.8 a game. Number 22, Jagger Hutchins, is a 6'7" forward senior. He'll go 9 a game. And Beckett Berkey, number 23, is 6'6" forward. He goes 22.6 a game. And Matthew Stiles, the 5'11" senior guard. So firepower all over the floor, my friend.
Yeah, and you know what? If you have never watched Shawnee play and you look at the roster and you say, oh my gosh, 6'7", 6'6", 6'7", these guys like to go inside, right? Well, they can, but these guys can get it done from outside as well. I mean, they shoot lights out. Trevick, 71% from the field, nearly 35% from three. Beckett Berkey, 40% from outside. Jagger Hutchins can knock them down from out there as well. In fact, he's taken more threes than he's taken twos this whole season. So, yeah, sure, you go inside and you have 6'7", Owen Kunk inside for Coldwater, and you think he's going to have a big night, but if he does, they just step out and they get it done from outside. So anytime, anybody that goes up against Shawnee, it's a tough battle.
In the lid lifter, the JV contest, Shawnee wins that one 43-34. I've been waiting to use that term, lid lifter.
I like that. I like that. That's good. That's good. And, of course, you mentioned that Coldwater, just that 2-2 record starting late because of that deep run. I love their athleticism, and I love their physicality, and it's no surprise that a team like Coldwater is physical, knowing that they just came off a state championship in football.
And we are just about underway here from Lappin Gymnasium on the campus of Shawnee High School, and Shawnee controls the tip. This is Trevick Berkey with the ball at top. He'll go back at Berkey. He'll go over to Hutchins. Hutchins dribble drive to the foul line. He is a great shooter. He'll go inside and out. The ball gets loose around the foul line. This is Hutchins again. He'll kick it back out. This is Berkey from the left side. Off the mark. Rebound comes down to the Coldwater Cavaliers. That is Owen Kunk, the 6'7" forward.
Good job by Shawnee penetrating and kicking it out, getting a couple looks, but just not able to get it inside. If you're Coldwater, you have to stay in front. Now Shawnee in that 1-2-2 extended zone.
Boy, I'll tell you what, when you put a player like Trevick Berkey on top of that 1-2-2, it really makes life difficult for the guards from Coldwater.
Yeah, you see that reversal right there. Just a nice lob pass. That's a deep three.
There's a deep three off the mark from Balin Blockberger. The young man averages 20.3 a game. He was the quarterback on the football team, Evan, and as he goes, the Coldwater Cavaliers go.
Yeah, you mentioned it. 20 points per game, 50% from the field, 38 from outside.
This is Hutchins. He'll go back inside. Tate Bender swings it out to Berkey, and Berkey knocks it down. Beckett, Berkey, splish, splash, the first three of the game, and it's 3-0 on the scoreboard.
I know it's transition, but you have to find your man. You can't allow Shawnee any open looks. As you see there, the 6'6" Berkey knocking that one down.
Our scoreboard sponsor tonight is Ultimate Outdoor, bringing resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. Our first quarter sponsor tonight is the Light Up Building and Contracting. Call Brian Wheeler at Light Up Building and Contracting. Commitment to quality and community at Light Up Building and Contracting. 48 years of trust, 48 years of experience. So the Cavaliers try to go inside. Shot goes off the mark. That shot was put up by Blockberger. This is Blockberger on the left side. He'll swing it around. Mason Welch.
The Cavs were able to get it to the high post, not able to convert, but a really nice cut off of the ball, and here again in the high post. I think that's what they're going to have to do.
There's another deep three by Blockberger. That's off the mark, and here come the Indians down the floor. This is Hutchins. He gets down. Nice move by Jagger Hutchins. He puts it in.
And that's the other thing the zone can do. You have three guys that are high up the floor, and so as soon as you get a rebound, they're able to leak out and get down the floor before anyone else. Coldwater has to know that, and they have to work really hard to get back in transition.
5-0 Shawnee leads on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. Coldwater having all kinds of problems getting the ball to the rim. You know, you said it best, Evan, and I think you're right. You've got to be able to pass the ball against this defense, and you got to move it around the perimeter really quick. And we know that really good post defense starts with, pressure on the guards.
Absolutely, and you'll see it throughout the night. They are incredible using that length, and just even if you do get it to the high post, you've got two guys with long arms all around you. It makes it really tough to move it around. So you're right, hard passes to get things open.
There's Hutchins again from the right side, and he knocks it in. Jagger Hutchins with a triple, and it's 8-0 on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. Our three-point sponsor tonight is Wapakoneta Ford. View our new and pre-owned inventory at Wapakoneta Ford, or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapakoneta. There's a timeout on the floor. We're going to take a timeout here. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Tonight's timeouts are brought to you by Metzger Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. So all Shawnee early in the game here with 4:49 to go. Danny Holbrook, Evan Skeletor from Lappin Gymnasium on the campus of Shawnee High School, where the Indians are entertaining the Coldwater Cavaliers in a non-league shootout tonight here on a snowy Friday night in January. There's a long three again. Coldwater missing everything so far early. And the length of Shawnee really affecting those shots.
Yeah, they actually had more space on that shot than Coach Triplett would have wanted them to have. And here's another one from the opposite corner that doesn't go.
Shot put up by Potcotter, and he misses that one. Coldwater gets their own rebound. They'll swing it out top. They'll go inside. Shot goes up, and it's good.
You know,
Owen Kunk knocks in the jumper.
One thing Coldwater has done a nice job of is getting into the teeth of that defense, getting the ball to the high post, into the paint, and making things happen with cuts off of it. And that time, a really nice job just finding space and getting in there for the bucket.
There's another three. Beckett Berkey knocks in the triple, and it's 11-2 on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard.
I love watching Coach Triplett, too. His team's up 11-2. They come back on defense. He's red-faced, screaming at them because he's not happy they gave up two on the last one.
He is intense. He does a terrific job. I'm telling you, I love watching that guy coach. Here come the Cavaliers down 11-2 with 3:36 to go here in the first quarter. They'll go baseline down low, try to get inside. Nice reverse there. There you saw Owen Kunk, the 6'7" senior. That's two baskets back-to-back for Kunk.
Yeah, it's a good play and a nice job setting it up by Blockberger. Again, getting inside that defense, drawing the help out, and kicking it down for the bucket.
There you see Berkey going against Kunk. And that, wow. I'm just going to say wow. That is really tough to stop, Evan.
It is, because he's playing off of 2 feet. He's balanced. He can do whatever he wants, right? He gets the 2 feet. He's there. He gets a little head fake. Guy goes up in the air. At that point, you can pass it out. You can pivot, but obviously a really nice finish.
Blockcutter with the dribble drive left hand, and he scores. Really nice move by Balin Blockberger. He is really athletic, and there you saw it on display there. They'll go inside to Shrevik Berkey, and he scores.
Told you have to get back. You're against Shawnee. You cannot lollygag on your way back on defense, and right there, again, perfect example.
Well, you know, Evan, everybody kind of wondered if Shawnee would be looking ahead to the big showdown tomorrow night at Delphos St. John's, but they are laser focused right now, and they lead this one 15-6.
Yeah, it'll be a big matchup tomorrow. I actually have the pleasure of calling that one too.
Kunk with a three-point jumper from the left side. Here comes Shawnee. Hutchins brings it in, tries to go a little reversed, and he's going to be fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Just 2 passes in transition, no dribbles. They get it right down the court, go right up and draw the foul. It's just perfect transition offense.
Tonight's free throws are brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Delphus, and St. Mary's. Call Lee's for all your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, home style happens here. So Jagger Hutchins to the line. Young man averages 9 points a game, and you said it. He loves to shoot those 3 balls, and when he gets in rhythm, I had him at Bath a couple weeks ago, and he knocked down 4 in a row, and he was really feeling good.
Yeah, it was nice to see him mix it up inside
Absolutely,
a little bit, though.
yeah.
Use his physicality to draw the foul, and obviously great touch. He's a great free throw shooter as well.
And he misses the second one, 16-6.
The
curse of the announcer. This is Brady Layfeld up top with the ball.
So different look now for Shawnee. They're in a 2-3 zone.
And Blockberger, again, another three-pointer, and it goes off the mark. Rebound comes down. It's corralled by Trevi Berkey. They'll go Hutchins. Hutchins goes baseline, and he's going to be fouled on the baseline drive. And Brady Layfeld will get charged with the foul.
Another nice drive there by Hutchins, though. Again, nice to see him getting to the basket and drawing some fouls. That's 2 in a row on Coldwater.
You take a look at Coldwater's early schedule, Evan, and it's Murderers Row, it's Russia, it's Jackson Center. I mean, really some good teams. And, you know, it's tough when you start late like they did.
It is. But I'll tell you what, they look really good for just being a couple
weeks into
their season.
Yeah, you can tell they're getting better, and they're going to be a tough outcome March. And there they tried a little pass from one block to the other, and they go Damalo Ojo, and it just goes off of his hands.
Yeah, good look right there, and Beckett Berkey back to the basket, and he's going to draw a lot of attention with that size. A nice job by Ojo cutting to the basket.
Ojo comes off the bench tonight, and what a luxury it is to have an athletic 6'4" kid coming off the bench.
No kidding, he's a great player. Works hard on defense. Again, still in this 2-3 look now with all 3 big guys down low.
Now Landon Kanapke in the game now, as is Caleb Schroer for the Coldwater Cavaliers. So Cavaliers have played 8 already tonight, and depth is going to be a question against the Shawnee team that can really pressure you. You better have a lot of guys that can do the job.
Oh, yeah, they run the floor really well. You're in for a long night no matter what.
1:18 to go, 16-6 on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard.
And then at the other end, offensively, you just have to be super patient, move quickly around the perimeter. So really can wear you down. It can be really hard to stay patient against a team like this.
There's a steal by Ojo. Just gets his hands on it, goes back to Berkey. Berkey takes it in left-handed, and he scores. Trevick Berkey, the 6'7" sophomore, knocks it in, and it's 18-6 on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard.
That's what Shawnee wants right there. Transition 3 with a guy in your face, trying to speed things up in that defense. They'll love that shot.
This is Jagger Hutchins baseline, or excuse me, foul line dribble. Wow.
There's just no
I'm
answer.
just saying wow. Jagger Hutchins goes in, uses his left hand, controls his body, knocks it in, 26 on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard.
We talked all about how Shawnee likes to shoot it from outside, and right now doing a really nice job getting to the basket, and now a foul.
Yeah, they're going to get, looks like they're going to get Cody Depwig on the foul, and he just shook his head. And really, when you look at Shawnee, we talk about their size, but those are strong kids. Those aren't thin kids, and they're just big kids.
Well, and you look at who just came in, Max Goldsberry, great size, really strong player, can get things done inside. It's nice when Hutchins and Beckett this time, or excuse me, Trevick, can go to the bench and they don't really drop off that much when it comes to their size and athleticism and physicality.
Goldsberry's 6'3" senior comes into the game for the Indians. There's Berkey again, misses that one. Rebound comes down, and that is Blockberger with the ball. And he's going to be fouled by Ojo out top.
The foul it looked like it was on purpose.
Yeah, he got beat off the dribble.
Well, Coach Triplett was calling for something. I couldn't hear him. Oh, they're trying to face guard. They're face guarding Blockberger now, so he wanted him to go man.
Owen Kunk back in the game for the Cavaliers.
Again, switching up. This is the 3rd defensive look they've given us.
And shot is off the mark. After 1 quarter of play from Shawnee High School, the Shawnee Indians lead the Coldwater Cavaliers 20-6. We'll be back with second quarter action right after these messages. timeouts are brought to you by Metzger Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. Our second quarter sponsor tonight is Elida Building and Contracting. Call Brian Wheeler. Commitment to quality and community. Elida Building and Contracting, 48 years of trust, 48 years of experience. So all Shawnee in the first half, and it all started on the defensive end, Evan, with the pressure they put on the ball.
Really did. They did a really nice job, not just putting pressure on the ball, but help side defense as well. Even when the Coldwater Cavs were able to get the ball into the paint, Shawnee was still able to swarm and prevent any buckets. And so a really nice lead here. They're going to be happy. Maybe be able to stick with their bench for a little bit longer than they normally do.
And Coach Triplett mixing his defenses up as now they're in a 2-3 look here. And the Blockberger from the foul line, and a nice jumper there. You see Balin Blockberger with the jumper.
Yeah, great touch. I really love his game. He's up against a tough opponent tonight, but I love how he can pull up. He's got great touch from the mid-range, can hit threes. He also can get to the basket. Also plays really good defense, man. I really like him as a player.
This is Berkey, and he's going to be fouled out top by Kunk. And that is, you know, I talked about it earlier, but you bring Owen Kunk, the 6'7" forward, you bring him clear out, and then Berkey has the ability to go around any player that's guarding him.
Well, you're absolutely right there, but it also gets that size away from the basket, so he can't be a help defender. He can't rebound quite as well. It's really tough.
And we're going to get a foul, and I believe they're going to get.
They called Shawnee on. Oh, it's Caleb Miller.
Yeah, Caleb Miller in the game now for the Indians, so they'll get him on a charge. So 7:18 to go. Danny Holbrook, Evan Skilleter from Lappin Gymnasium on the campus of Shawnee High School. Hope you are enjoying your 2025 new year. Got everything you wanted for Christmas, and we're going to be full swing for the next few months here on WSN. There's a jumper from the right side, and it's good. Nice three-point stroke there by Landon Kanapke, and our three-point sponsor is Wapakoneta Ford. So Landon Kanapke brings it to a 20-11 game.
Yeah, great ball movement on that possession. Moved it to the left side, got it through the high post, swung it to the right. Made the extra pass. Really good offense.
You know, when we talk about their length, and if you're not hitting shots, it just puts so much more pressure on you to do something if you can't get to the rim and you're not knocking down shots.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what's tough is if you can't hit, you just said it. If you can't hit threes, it's going to be a really tough game because you're not going to get much at the basket against this team.
So here's Bender with the ball out top. He'll dribble, drive to the foul line, tries to push it inside. Stolen away, Blockberger, and they're going to get a foul, and that foul's going to be on Beckett Berkey. That is his first.
Not a bad foul there from Berkey, little transition foul, just trying to slow things down. They'll stick with the 2-3 here.
And Blockberger's going to bring the ball up top for the Cavaliers. They'll skip past left side. There's a three ball on the way, and it's good. That's two in a row there by number 3, Landon Kanapke, so showing some life for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, and Coach Triplett's had enough. He goes right back to 2 starters coming into the game. Matthew Stiles and Jagger Hutchins both ready to check back in.
And they'll go down low to Trevick Berkey. Beckett from the left side, three ball on the way, and it goes up and it hits the extension there. So it'll go back to Coldwater. So Coldwater weathered the storm at 20-14.
Yeah, nice little comeback here. Coach Triplett doesn't like it. He takes a timeout. That's a good start to the quarter for Coldwater. Exactly what you want after a tough first one.
There's a timeout on the floor. We're going to take a timeout here. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Twenty to 14 with 6:09 to go here in the second quarter. It's been Shawnee, a great first quarter. Coldwater comes back here in the second quarter, only down 6 with the ball. Nice job there by Bender to get out and pressure the ball on Kanapke. Kanapke's had back-to-back threes, done a nice job for the Cavaliers. And they'll swing it around, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to Shawnee.
Yeah, right there they were face guarding Blockberger. They do not want him to touch the ball. Obviously, they're the best player on Coldwater's side when it comes to scoring the basketball. Not able to touch it on that possession.
Evan, you coached for a long time. When you look at a team like Coldwater, coming off, and there's a nice move there. Trevick Berkey with the baseline runner there. But Coldwater coming off of a football season where they win a state championship. Realistically, how long does it take these kids to get into basketball rhythm and to play, at your top ability?
Basketball's hard, man.
It is. It really is.
I don't care how far your football team goes, if it's the end of 10 weeks or go all the way through the playoffs. When you start basketball, it is a different animal, right? Football, you get to run. You run for 15 seconds, you take a little break. 15 seconds, take a little break. Here, you are nonstop go. It takes a good 2, 3, maybe even 4 weeks to really get those basketball lungs.
Well, there's a break on the field, or on the court. We're going to take a break here in the booth. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Welcome back to Shawnee High School, where with 5:11 to go, the Shawnee Indians lead the Coldwater Cavaliers 22-14.
But remember, 20-6 after the first quarter,
yeah.
So a really good start here for Coldwater.
Well, they started knocking down some shots, and then you called it when Coach Triplett brought some reinforcements in, and he's had enough of that. So Coldwater being very patient here in the second quarter, and it's paid off offensively.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what defense Shawnee's in. It's either like a 1-3-1 or a weird 2-3. It's hard to tell, but either way, mixing things up quite a bit here tonight, and now a foul as Coldwater again able to get a paint touch.
Yeah, and that all started with Blockberger going on the baseline, and he found a cutting Mason Welch to the basket, and he gets fouled. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, really good play there. A nice job by Welsh seeing the space and taking it. And a good job by his quarterback finding it.
Absolutely. First one up and good. Mason Welsh, the 6'3" senior, averages almost 8 points a game. Knocks in the first one, makes it 22-15 on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. Second one is good. So the Cavaliers down 22-16, doing all they can.
10-2 run to start this quarter for the Cavaliers. And now extending into a zone here, 1-2-2.
And there's a three from Jagger Hutchins on the right side, off the mark. Rebound comes down to Conk. He gets it outside. Here come the Cavaliers as they race down the field.
Another foul. That'll be Hutchins. It's his first.
Jagger
But
Hutchins
the fifth
with the foul, yeah.
Against Shawnee, I believe. Maybe just the fourth. No, just number 4. But either way, Coldwater will be in the bonus the rest of this quarter.
Big crowd here at Lappin Gymnasium tonight. Weather's kind of bad outside, but everybody showed up. And there, Blockberger with another three, and it's corralled by Mason Welch. They'll go back inside to Conk, and he scores. There you see Owen Conk knocks in the jumper, and it's 22-18 with 4:12 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's unbelievable to think about it. 4 minutes ago, it was 20-6. Looked like Shawnee was going to run away with it, and now
Mason Welch gets a little excited there. He had the backside of Trevick Berkey, and he just fouls him. This is Hutchins from the right side. It's off the mark, and the rebound comes down, and it's corralled by Owen Conk. Here come the Cavaliers.
Shawnee was getting it done for the first part of this game at the rim, and now the last couple possessions settling for shots outside. Wonder if Coach Triplett will tell them get back to the basket. Oh, that'll work.
There, I was going to say, there you saw Berkey goes to the left side, and he scores to make it 24-18. I think that's one of the undervalued things Shawnee did. They pass the ball really well.
They do. They cut well, too.
Yes, they do.
That's big, too. Yeah, you have great passers, but when you have guys that can recognize the space, recognize lanes, see the defense, and know when it's time to cut, that's fantastic as well. Shawnee just puts it all together.
You look at teams, and you can tell high IQ teams, and you can tell well-coached teams, and they've got both of those. There's another three ball off the mark. That shot was up by Brady Layfeld, and he misses that one. It'll go back to Shawnee at 24-18. Our timeout sponsor tonight brought to you by Metzger Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com.
Coldwater will stay in that 3-2 zone. Don't know if that's effective against Shawnee when they can drive like that. You can play zone, but you still have to stay in front of guys.
Trevick Berkey just switched the ball from right to left and then goes up the opposite side, puts it in. An unreal play by that young man. There's Conk with another reversal layup there. Owen Conk getting the job done inside.
That's good patience from Conk right there. He got two guys to fly up in the air before ultimately finishing that basket. That's really good patience.
Well, you know, we talked about Shawnee getting that lead there in the first quarter, but we knew that Coldwater wouldn't go away. And here come the Cavaliers as they race down the floor. This is Brady Layfeld. They'll go Blockberger on the baseline.
Woo.
Blockberger left it, and oh, you got to be kidding me. Are you kidding me? Braylon Blockberger with the play of the night.
That was nasty. My goodness.
Makes it 26-22 on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard, and the defensive pressure for the Cavaliers is amped up extensively.
And this will be big for Shawnee.
Big time three there by Trevick Berkey as he says, you know what, I'll settle him down for a while.
That's frustrating if you're Coldwater, right? Making a good run, your guy makes a good play, start to feel a little momentum, and then boom. 3 more points for the other team.
Trevick Berkey, he's got 11 right now to lead all scorers for the Indians. This is Blockberger up top. He'll swing it to Layfeld. They'll go back inside to Kunk, back left side. 3 ball from Blockberger, and it's good. Braylon Blockberger knocks down the triple, and it's 29-25 with 1:41 to go in the second quarter.
Well, Shawnee's going to have to put some length in front of him. That's nothing against Matthew Stiles. 5'11" usually is pretty tall, right? But Blockberger at 6'4", able to shoot right over top. And I love the footwork. I love how quiet the shot is, right? He catches it, not a lot of movement, just goes straight up and into the shot. That's beautiful basketball.
This is Berkey, a little turnaround jumper. Beckett Berkey doing a little tap dance there in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, good touch and good footwork right there from Berkey. Love watching him work inside.
31-25 on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. Layfeld goes on the right side, goes inside, and a nice play as they oop it into Mason Welsh. He scores, and it's an old-fashioned three.
Yeah, it's a good find. I really like what Welsh did there. He saw that Berkey was behind him.
Got him on the other side,
so
yeah.
he sealed him off and allowed that lane for the ball to come through. And then Berkey from behind trying to get a little greedy to block the shot, gets tacked with the foul. I really like that play from Coldwater. It's good heads-up basketball.
So with 1:07 to go here until halftime, it's 31-27. And the Cavaliers have a chance to chip into this lead again, and they do. Welsh with the free throw, and it's 31-28.
5 points for Welsh. Now they need a stop. Shawnee's done a nice job weathering the storm.
Berkey to Berkey on the left side. Looking for Ojo down low. They find a cutting Miller. They'll go back outside to Berkey, and Berkey's going to take it in, throws it up, and he scores. There you see Beckett Berkey with the ability to go from the top to the bottom in 2 steps because of his length.
Well, and the 6'7" Kunk is on the bench right now, so Shawnee recognizing not a lot of length inside for Coldwater. They take it right to the basket, and it's about a foot taller than the guy in front of him. Nice touch and easy basket.
They'll try to go down low. They'll swing it back up to Landon Kanapke. Swing it across to Cody Depwig. Back to Kanapke. Kanapke with the foul line. Blockberger from the left side misses that shot. They'll go back outside. Shot goes up, and it's good by Landon Kanapke. A little runner there at the foul line.
Another nice cut, another nice find. Coldwater getting their buckets from good team basketball right now.
And shot goes off the mark, and that'll do it. After 1/2, oh no, the officials are saying that there might be time left on the clock, and I agree with the officials on this one.
Yeah, they're going to put .3 on the clock, which not a lot of time to get anything done anyway. And so Coldwater might just inbound this. I can see Coach Fisher over there just saying, we're fine. Well, we'll see.
See what they do. They're going to, I don't know how you can't score a point over 0.3 of a second. They'll throw it the length of the court, and it'll go out of bounds. And that is 1/2 a play from Lappin Gymnasium. The Shawnee Indians lead the Coldwater Cavaliers 33-30. We come back, we'll have second half action right after these messages. Welcome back to Shawnee High School. Our third quarter sponsor tonight is Elida Building and Contracting. Elida Building and Contracting, 48 years of trust, 48 years of experience. So, Evan, we saw a first quarter performance by Shawnee where they got out to a 20-6 lead. Coldwater weathered the storm, and it's 33-30. And if it weren't for a couple missed shots, they could be ahead in this game.
Yeah, and Coldwater struggled in that first quarter to figure out that Shawnee defense. They weren't quite sure what they were supposed to do, what they could do against it. But then that second quarter, they started to get the ball into the paint a lot more. They were cutting really well when the Shawnee defenders turned around and took advantage of some Shawnee lapses and did a really nice job. Like you said, getting into this game, they're out-rebounding Shawnee by a pretty hefty margin as well. So a good team that's starting to play really well in this game. I'm interested to see what these halftime adjustments might be.
So Shawnee will start with the ball first. They lead 33-30. Danny Holbrook, Evan Skilleter from Shawnee High School. The Indians hosting the Coldwater Cavaliers. And they try to go backside, and they try to get it to Matthew Stiles, and they throw the ball out of bounds. First turnover of the second half belongs to the Indians, and it'll go back to the Cavaliers.
Good idea, just poor execution. Couldn't get the pass low enough, but nice cut backside against his own defense.
This is Brady Layfield with the ball out top. He is guarded by Matthew Stiles. They'll swing it over to Kunk. Kunk had a nice first half, Evan. Really got some nice things in the paint against a big Shawnee defense.
Yeah, they did, and again, it all started with paint touches, right? Getting inside the defense, making them turn their heads a little bit, allowing them to collapse and get some other guys open.
There's a turnaround jumper off the mark, and that was Miles Potcutter. He misses that one. Jagger Hutchins comes down with the ball. He brings it to the foul line. It's stolen away. Here comes Conk down the floor, gets it over to Potcutter, and he is blocked. And a really nice job of Trevor Berkey. Now there, I'm talking about running the court. That's exactly what a coach wants.
That was good effort, but also great timing.
Yes.
Berkey timed that up perfectly, was able to get up and knock the ball away before it was a goaltending, because he got up high enough to actually commit one.
This is Tate Mender with the ball up top. Thought about taking the three. They'll swing it around. Three ball from the right side, and it's good. Matthew Stiles with the triple, and it's 36-30 on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard.
Well, just when you start to focus on the 6'6" guys, and swing it around and get Matt Stiles wide open. Oh, and then a foul on the other side against Coldwater, so Shawnee will get it back here.
Yeah, so foul goes against Miles Potcutter. Good officiated game so far tonight. You know, they've let them play, and they've got a little physicality about it, but great officiating game so far.
Yeah, we've got some good ones too. Stephen
sure
McCray,
do.
Brandon Sauter, Jim Tarr.
They find Jagger Hutchins cutting down the right side, and he scores 38-30. Hutchins has 9 for the Indians.
Yeah, it's a good finish by Hutchins. Another one of those big guys that has good touch around the rim.
Jagger Hutchins averages 9 a game, so he is at his season average. Potcutter with a little move, gets it inside, and they find Welsh, and he misses the little 2-footer, and the Indians come down with a rebound.
And they run the floor, and Hutchins again.
Great call. You said it earlier. They run the floor as well as any team we have, and they just get up and down, and it's 40-30. And there you see Blockberger knocks it in to make it 40-32, and the Cavaliers will take a timeout. We'll step aside. We'll be right back after these messages. Tonight's three-point sponsor is Wapakoneta Ford. If you are new and pre-owned inventory at wapakonetaford.net, or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapakoneta. So as quick as we think we know what we're talking about, the Indians build a 10-point lead.
They do, and they've come out this half playing man defense, right? And we haven't seen a ton of that. But what that man's going to do is prevent Coldwater from being able to make those cuts and get the ball inside against the zone, trying to extend them a little bit. So it's going to be tough. Again, Shawnee likes the zone, but they have a lot of length when they're manned up. It's tough to get good shots off.
Here come the Indians on the offensive end, 40-32 with 5:44 to go. Hutchins on the left side, goes backside, goes up top to Bender. They'll go left side. Stiles with a three-pointer off the mark. Rebound goes by Balin Blockberger. He really got up for that one, and Blockberger's going to bring the ball down the floor. There's a three ball from the right side. It's off the mark. That was Brady Layfield with the missed three, and the Indians come up with the rebound.
I'm a big fan of the three-point shot. I really like Coldwater's effort in the way that they take transition threes without thinking twice.
Layfield with the steal, takes it in on the right side, and they're going to get a charge, and Layfield not happy with that one, but they get him on the charge.
Yeah, I thought he got in good position. I thought it was a good charge, a good job getting back to that block.
I thought he had the defensive man on his hip, and I didn't think he went straight into him, yeah.
Coach is still a little fired up about it.
Skip pass across to Hutchins on the left side. They'll go Top side to Tate Bender. Matthew Stiles gives these guys really good minutes, you know, from that guard position. He's knocked down a three. This is Bender. He'll dribble drive, kick it back out to Hutchins. Hutchins goes baseline, kicks it back out to Berkey. 3-ball on the way, and it's off the mark. Rebound comes down, and it's corralled by Miles Potcutter.
Right, that's a really tough rebound right there. Potcutter had to get up for that one, and he able to bring it down and get away from the
Bender all over Blockberger with a steal, and Berkey comes up with it and gets it over to Trevick Berkey. This is Bender from the left side, off the mark, and Stiles comes up with it, and because Jagger Hutchins gets a hand on it, and it goes back to Coldwater, so everybody touching the ball.
Yeah, good job by Layfeld jumping in there, knocking that ball away down low. Good job by Bender getting out, knocking that one away.
Oh, and Kunk gets the ball and finds Potcutter cutting, but they throw it out of bounds. It'll go off of Shawnee, and it'll go back to the Cavaliers. 4:15 to go. Shawnee leads this one 40-32. There's a steal by Stiles on the left side.
Not sure what happened there.
Throws it to Bender, cutting to the basket. Stiles baseline, kicks it back out to Berkey. Berkey finds Stiles in the middle, and they're just playing a little pitch and catch right now, but the ball's on the floor, and it ends up in Blockberger, who finds a cutter down the right side, and a lot of confusion here as the ball moves around the floor, and Shawnee ends up with it. Take that back. Coldwater ends up with it. They'll go inside to Kunk and misses the shot. Rebound comes down. It's corralled by Trevick Berkey. Gets it over to Hutchins. Hutchins brings it in, a little spin, and they're going to say Jagger Hutchins with the charge.
Well, I know you missed track season, my guy.
Oh,
my goodness,
gosh.
we are up and down. But, hey, we talked about the charge on one end by Stiles, but a really nice job by Layfeld getting down there. He set up early, too. He knew Hutchins was going to go at the basket, and he took that charge.
So 40-32 with 3:31 to go here. This is Layfeld with the ball up top, guarded by Stiles. They'll go top side to Kunk. Kunk brings it over to Blockberger. Good matchup there with Berkey and Blockberger. There's a runner off the right side. Brady Layfeld is fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, Shawnee a little slow on that screen coverage. A nice job turning the edge.
That's 3 fouls on Jagger Hutchins. You just wonder if he won't take a seat here, but it looks like, it looks like they will bring someone in.
They have 2 at the table. Ojo's one of them. A likely candidate to replace Hutchins.
Stiles and Hutchins will take a seat, and into the game for the Indians, Caleb Miller and Damalo Ojo. 40-33 with 3:14 to go. Brady Layfeld, the 6-foot guard, averages 5.3 a game. He's got 4 on the night for the Cavaliers, and it's 40-34 with 3:14 to go.
Yeah, big point right there. Slow things down a little bit. Stop here in a basket. You're starting to feel really good about this one, too, if you're Coldwater.
Skip pass across the field, or excuse me, across the floor. I'm so used to saying field with Coldwater on the field.
Right, that's right.
Caleb Miller on the left side. Tries to go inside to Berkey. They'll swing it over. Berkey from the right side. Off the mark. Rebound comes down. It's corralled by Trevick Berkey. This is Bender from the foul line. He knocks it in. Tate Bender knocks it in to make it 42-34. Bender's got 2 on the night for the Indians.
Yeah, really good ball movement that time by the Indians. And good touch by Bender.
Ooh, there's a really nice drive there by Mason Welch. Goes up against Hutchins, and he had to put that one high off the glass.
Yeah, that's tough. It looked like he got a high five at the top of it,
sure
too.
did.
That was a really nice job finishing that one.
I know our buddy Miles Holliday last week said smooch off the glass. So
that was a good call,
that was a great call, wasn't it?
I like
that. That one right there by Layfeld, smooch off the glass. I can steal Miles' stuff, right? Yeah.
I think what's Miles is what's ours.
Yes, right.
Not vice versa, though.
2:15 to go here in the third quarter. We've got a dandy here from Shawnee High School, 42-36, and the Cavaliers have the ball. Blockberger on the left side. He swings it across. This is Kanapke. Kanapke swings it over to Potcutter. Kanapke from the top, and it's off the mark. Rebound comes down. Tate Bender brings it in. He'll bring it down. He finds Berkey, and they find Ojo, and he hammers it. Damalo Ojo, dunk you very much, 44-36.
Unselfish play on the pass and a beautiful finish right there from Ojo. Not just a little dunk, but a big slam.
Blockberger with a fadeaway there, goes off the mark, and it's brought down by Beckett Berkey. Here comes Bender. He finds Ojo again. Back to Bender from the left side. Off the mark. Rebound comes down. It's brought down by Potcutter. Blockberger tries to go inside and stole. Tate Bender is everywhere on the defensive end, Evan. He is everywhere.
And he read that one early, too. He made that cut before the pass even started.
Ojo from the right side. Damalo Ojo is making a difference right now for the Indians.
He is. Just so much athleticism. He runs the floor well. He knows where to cut, knows where to be. And that time, just good footwork. It's simple. He catches the ball, but a really nice finish at the rim.
Makes it 46-36 with 55 seconds to go. There's a runner from the right side by Kanapke. It's off the mark. Here come the Indians. Berkey from the left side. Off the mark. Ojo with another big rebound. Gets it back out to Berkey from the right side. That's off the mark. Potcutter goes up, and Ojo corrals it and throws it off Potcutter, and it goes back to the Indians.
Well, you talk about a difference maker, and Ojo doing everything he can to make a difference, and absolutely doing so. He's got fans on their feet. He's got his entire bench on their feet as well. What an effort right now from Damalo Ojo.
Boy, we have seen it all from Shawnee. Evan, we've seen shooting, we've seen running the floor, we've seen defensive prowess. They really put it together. Ojo swings it across. Berkey dribble drive, and they're going to say he traveled. They're going to say Trevick Berkey traveled.
I couldn't see it from here. Coach Triplett right there. Based on his reaction, I don't know if he agrees.
Coach Triplett said it wasn't a travel.
But again, this is a great crew. That's Stephen McCray making the call, a guy that does a really, really nice job.
Boy, big crowd on tap tonight. I know we talked about it earlier, but stands are full here at Shawnee.
A good turnout from the Coldwater side, too.
Absolutely. There's a jumper from the right side. That's off the mark by Mason Welch. And here come the Indians. Trevick Berkey will bring it down.
9 on the clock here.
Damalo Ojo with the ball on the left side. Finds Trevick Berkey driving to the rim. It's stolen by Kanapke. Kanapke half-court jumper, and it's off the mark. So after 3 quarters of play from Shawnee High School, the Shawnee Indians lead the Coldwater Cavaliers 46-36. We'll be back with fourth quarter action right after these messages. Look back here at Shawnee High School. Our fourth quarter sponsor tonight is Elida Building and Contracting. Elida Building and Contracting, 48 years of trust, 48 years of experience. I love when we go to a break and have a little talk with our referee friends and get to enjoy their personalities. Good guys,
yeah.
good guys.
Stephen McCray came over, explained that travel to us, and got to dog Jim Tarr over there a little bit too, our colleague over at WOSN.
Jim's a great guy, great guy. 7:42 to go, the start of the fourth quarter. Cavaliers down by 10, trying to get back in this one. Blockberger loses the ball, and it's brought down by Beckett Berkey, and they're going to get Blockberger on the foul.
Smart play by Berkey. He felt Blockberger behind him and just stopped so he could take that foul.
Shawnee's done a really nice job on Blockberger. You look at, he's got 11 on the night. Young man averages 21 a game, and the Indians really focused on him defensively.
Yeah, and I think he only has 2. Don't quote me on it, but I think he only has 2 here in the second half.
Indians are going to spread the ball out a little bit here and slow it down for a few minutes. Bring Coldwater out to play a little defense on.
Yeah, Shawnee will be content if Coldwater sits back in the zone. And there's only 7:14 left here, up by 10. Might as well take your time, have some extended possessions.
They'll trigger the ball in, and this is, Caleb Miller with the ball. Now he goes over to Tate Bender. Bender guarded up top by Potcutter. Danny Holbrook, Evan Skiller from Shawnee High School. Indians hosting Coldwater Cavaliers. Bender on the baseline drive, and he throws the ball away, and it'll go back to Coldwater.
I almost had it. It was pretty close, that ball.
It came right to you.
See me on the camera up there.
So Caleb Schroeder will inbound the ball right here in front of our booth. And he gets it into Brady Layfield. Layfield is hounded by Tate Bender.
Yeah, Bender's such a good defender. Honestly, all these Shawnee defenders are pretty good, but Bender stands out, super quick.
Well, you know, we're 6:37 to the fourth quarter of this one, but you know a lot of these folks are thinking about that matchup tomorrow night with Delphos St. John's. What a game that's going to be. Let's hope the weather holds out and they get to have that one. There's Blockberger who gets his own rebound, and they're going to say a held ball, right? Or
he called a jump ball down there. But yeah, you think about that St. John's team, you think about the MAC, and this Coldwater squad team that thinks they might have an outside shot to knock off that St. John's team. And hey, this length and this athleticism that this Coldwater team has, it's going to be a really good game.
This Coldwater team is going to be a major factor in the Midwest Athletic Conference. I promise you that.
No doubt.
This is going to be a really tough out come March. Here's Berkey with a little turnaround jumper. It goes off the mark. Blockberger comes up with it. He's going to go down the right side, and he's guarded by Ojo. He gets a screen. He takes the jumper, and he knocks it down. It's a triple. Our three-point sponsor, Wapakoneta Ford. If you are new and pre-owned inventory at wapakonetaford.net.
A sliver of space for
I
that
know, right?
three.
Yeah, and he knocks it in.
Beautiful shot. Didn't hit any rim. Great shot there. Gets his team to within 7.
Bender swings it to the right side. This is Goldsberry. Logo Damalo Ojo kicks it back out to Bender. Shawnee very patient right now on offense. They lead this one by 7, 46-39 with 5:28 to go. This is Trevick Berkey on the right side of the floor in front of the Shawnee bench.
And Coldwater did switch to man to try to get Shawnee to speed up a little bit, but right now Shawnee doesn't seem like they mind at all.
And there, Potcutter comes from behind and knocks the ball out, but they're going to say the foul goes against Caleb Schroyer.
Yeah, he had his hands all over Bender there as he tried to catch the ball. It's foul number 2 against Coldwater.
5:08 to go here. 46-39 on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard.
Really nice ovation for Ojo as he hits the bench in the student section, giving him a nice round of applause and
he's athletic,
big smiles. He is, and he put in some good work.
He did. He is a really nice player. There's Bender. Shot gets blocked by Blockberger. The three-point try is blocked, and here come the Cavaliers down by 7.
I don't think it's a good game for Blockberger unless he gets a block.
Right. Berkey with a big-time rebound. Shot goes off the mark, and Bender being hounded by the Coldwater defense. It is nice to have those 6'7", 6'6" wings that you can get the ball high to. And Shawnee's going to take it. With 4:28 to go, we'll step aside. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Tonight's timeouts are brought to you by Metzger Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. So 4:28 to go, Evan. The Tribe leads this one 46-39, being very patient on the offensive end.
They are. Coldwater's going to have to step up the pressure and make something happen defensively because, yeah, you're only down 7, but points are hard to come by in this one against the Shawnee defense.
And we're going to get a foul immediately as Hutchins gets the ball at the high post, and he is fouled immediately. That foul is on Owen Kunk. That's his second. Kunk has 6 tonight for the Cavaliers.
Coldwater at 3 team fouls here in the fourth quarter.
Trevick Berkey and Blockberger up top, and Blockberger gets a hand on it, and the ball comes into the hands of the Cavaliers, and here they come down 7.
That's a nice job. They just trapped the first pass. You saw Coach Fisher make a call, and that's what it was. Trapped the first one, and Blockberger
misses the 3, but the rebound comes down to Caleb Schroyer. He knocks it in. It's 46-41. Don't look now, Evan, but it's a 5-point game with 3:57 to go.
Yeah, here they come. And Shawnee, it's okay to take your time, but you don't want to lose the momentum, right? You don't want to lose the energy that you've built up. And sometimes you take your foot off the gas. It can be hard to get it back.
And now the Cavaliers trapping on the side. Here comes Berkey. Berkey, the shot was blocked. He gets his own rebound, and he puts it back up. Beckett Berkey just stayed with the play. He does a great job of doing that.
And that's your leader kind of taking over, right? Your opponent gets a 5-point run. They get back to within 5, and you say, you know what, I'm going to take it to the basket and make something happen here.
Schroyer here, dribble drive foul line. This is Kunk from outside. Ball comes down, and Blockberger gets the ball, shoots the 3, and he knocks it in. Braylon Blockberger, and it's 48-44, and we're going to break. Tonight's free throw sponsor is Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Lima, Wapak, Delphos, and St. Mary's. Call Lee's for all your catering needs. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, home style happens here. And our three-point sponsor tonight is Wapakoneta Ford. View our new and pre-owned inventory at wapakonetaford.net or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapakoneta. So 3:16 to go, and you thought that Shawnee may get a run there, but they missed the shot, and Blockberger comes down, knocks in the three. Blockberger's got 17.
Yeah, Blockberger's played great, and we talked about the second half. The last time we talked about him, we said he only has 2 points in the second half. Well, since then, he's got 7. So he's really starting to turn it on here. 17 points, like you said. And now Shawnee probably starting to feel some pressure here. They took the foot off the gas.
A little bit, yeah.
And again, sometimes it's hard to push that gas back down and get to the finish line.
And I think Coldwater's done a great job of keeping this score down to where they can, play with the Indians in the mid-40s, keep it low.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Danny. This is a team that's used to scoring a lot of points. Only with 48. You got to be happy if you're Coldwater, no matter what happens in this game, knowing that you put in a good shift.
They lose the ball. Here comes Blockberger down the right side. Gets it inside. They'll go back. Blockberger, 3-ball from the right side. Off the mark. Rebound comes down, and there you see Trevick Berkey goes up. Boy, they hit that three. That would have changed everything. And there is going to be a foul on Kunk as Beckett Berkey goes up the right side, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, there's a wide open look for Blockberger, too. I don't know how you lose him in transition.
Yeah, Coach Triplett not happy with that because you're exactly right. He was wide open. Free throw on the way, and it's off the mark. Tonight's free throws are brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. So Beckett Berkey misses the first one. He's got 16 on the night to lead the Indians. Second one on the way, and it's good. 49-44 with 2:37 to go.
It's an 86% free throw shooter. Good screen right there.
Layfeld takes it in from the right side. Kunk with the rebound, puts it up, off the mark. Rebound comes down to Berkey.
There's good defense inside right there.
Bender loses it. Blockberger up the right side. Blockberger's going to take it in. He's fouled before the shot. And they'll get Bender on the foul on the floor. Not a bad foul, Evan.
No, not a bad foul, but awfully close to him going up, right?
Sure
It's
was.
the correct call. It was on the floor, but Blockberger almost able to get a shooting foul out of that. Either way, a really nice drive by him.
Layfeld,
only the first against Shawnee of the quarter, sorry.
No, you're fine. Kung gets the ball. Layfeld triggers it in. Swing it back over to Kunk with 2:09 to go. They find Blockberger cutting to the rim, and they're going to get a foul, and they're going to say Beckett Berkey on the foul.
That'll be number 3 against Beckett. 2 free throws coming up for Blockberger.
Yeah, what it does is it puts Coldwater at the line with the clock stopped. So these are huge free throws, down 5 with 2:06 to go.
Yeah, a chance to get to within 3 here is big.
And he knocks in the first one. Balin Blockberger averages just around 21 a game. He's got 18 to lead the Cavaliers, and he's been everything they needed in the second half.
Especially here in this fourth quarter, right? Turning it on. I think he only had 2 in the third, and now really starting to take. Oh.
And the officials have stopped.
I think Trevick Berkey was doing something to.
He moved his arm. Yeah.
Blockberger, perhaps.
Second one on the way, and it is off the mark.
It might have ruined his rhythm,
I was going to say, you're right. Makes it 49-45 with just under 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Berkey up top. He's guarded by Kunk.
It's a tough assignment for Kunk, but again,
Yes,
they bring
it
Kunk
is.
all the way out, away from the basket.
And Coach Triplett's going to take a timeout. With 1:49 to go, we'll step aside. You're watching high school basketball on WOSC. Back here at Shawnee High School, so we got an explanation on the free throw.
Yeah, and he just said exactly what we did, right?
Yeah.
Just kind of doing some things to distract him, and technically that would go as a lane violation. So he just a warning real quick.
Absolutely.
Good officiating once again.
Great officiating, yeah.
Just explaining the rule, making sure these guys are doing the right thing.
Here come the Indians at 49-45 with 139. Bender sneaks in the left side, and it's blocked by Kunk, and the Coldwater Cavaliers get the ball down 49-45 with 1:33 to go.
Yeah, I'm not sure Shawnee wanted an early layup coming out of that timeout. Really good defense from Coldwater, and now another chance to cut into this lead and make it a one-score game.
Welch skip pass across the floor to Kunk. Kunk dribble drives foul line. Jumper goes up, and it is off the mark. Rebound comes down. It's brought down by Potcutter with 1:12 to go. They'll swing it to the right side. Looking to a cutter, Mason Welch, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Coldwater. So Coldwater has had their chances, Evan, with 1:08 to go, down 4.
They have, and right now Shawnee face guarding Blockberger, and it's with Bender, who's a really, really quick defender as well.
Right, yeah.
A little elevator screen, though, able to get it in the backcourt.
This is Potcutter.
Imagine they'll have a high ball screen here, try to get him some work.
Potcutter with the ball up top, kicks it back out. Layfeld thought about 3, dribble drives, takes it inside, misses the shot. Rebound comes down to Kunk. Kunk inside. They'll go back to Layfeld. We're down to 47 seconds. Shot from the right side, and it goes in. Mason Welch with the foul line jumper. It's 49-47 and a chance for an old-fashioned 3.
Mason Welch, 6'3", rising up, hitting the jumper over his defender. But not only that, drawing the foul. Great touch right there, and a gutsy shot, too.
You're absolutely right. And Mason Welch will go to the Lee's Famous Recipe free throw line, and he misses the shot. Rebound comes down, and they're going to say the ball goes back to Shawnee.
Believe they called a foul.
Yeah, they did. They called a foul.
That's going to be 5 against Coldwater.
Yeah.
So now Shawnee with a 2-point lead will get 2 free throws.
That is the 3rd one on Brady Layfeld, and Shawnee will go to the line. I'm telling you, with a 10-point lead in the 3rd quarter, if you'd have told me it was going to be a 49-47 game, I'd have thought differently. But what a great effort by Coldwater in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. They've switched up their defense. They've played really, really tough against Shawnee in the second half, especially taking away what Shawnee did well in the first half, which was cutting to the basket, getting the defense to collapse, and then getting some open looks from it. And right now, Coldwater doing a nice job staying in front, slowly chipping away at the lead, and now within 2. And even if this free throw goes in, just a 1-point game or one-score game.
2, 50-47. I don't know. You've done games with me before. Close games are my MOA.
I can't wait. Can't wait. Let's go.
Here come the Cavaliers down 50-47. This is Kunk with the ball up top, trying to get Blockberger open, but Tate Bender doing a great job of defending him. They'll swing it back to Layfeld. We're down to 25, and Damalo Ojo fouls him up top.
Oh, that's number 5. Or is that number 4? Excuse me.
Looks like that is number 4.
Number 4
Yeah,
against
number
Shawnee.
4.
Okay. You know, it's interesting, that timing of the foul. I was watching Blockberger, and he had just gotten away from his defender as that foul occurred.
Brady Layfeld with the ball up top. Goes into Kunk. Kunk at the high post, and Jagger Hutchins with the foul. he told the official, I'm fouling him.
Yeah, trying to send him to the line. So what it
yeah.
does is, obviously you can't get a 3-pointer here. Shawnee has to rebound, but they have the size. They foul the tallest guy on the floor, so he's not a threat to get an offensive rebound. So you're not worried about him making 2 right here, because you still have the lead and the basketball.
Kunk knocks the first one down from the Lee's Famous Recipe free throw line. Owen Kunk's got 7 tonight for the Cavaliers, and it's 50-48 with 17 seconds to go.
And this one will be big too, because you want to keep it a 1-score game so you can foul.
Second one on the way, and it's off the mark. Rebound comes down, and they're going to say it did not touch the rim. It went off the side, and they say that it goes back to Shawnee. I'll tell you what,
now Braden Sauter, the referee, over talking with the scores table.
I'll tell you what I like about this officiating crew. When they make a call, they make it now. I mean, they are very succinct and right to the point. I love that from officials, and they've done a great job.
I do too, and there have been a couple times where they've had to stop, they've had to talk to each other or talk to the table, and they've done a nice job just communicating well.
Berkey, and the ball was knocked out of Trevick Berkey's hand as he had a clear layup, and Owen Kunk comes from the right side and knocks it out of bounds.
That's a huge play right there, huge play.
So Berkey will inbounds the ball. Goes back inside, and it's stolen away, and it goes out of bounds and go back to Shawnee. So you saw Beckett Berkey looked at Trevick, and that's brothers right there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Really nice jump by Layfeld right there. He was trying to get the referee to give them the call. It was a good job giving the ball back to Shawnee, but Layfeld doing everything he can to get the ball back, and now we have a foul.
Away from the ball, yeah. You said.
But Coldwater's not going to mind that a ton because no time came off the clock.
Exactly. Mason Welsh with the foul. That's his third. And Beckett Berkey will go to the line. Berkey's got 18 to lead the Indians tonight. So 11.8 seconds to go. The Indians lead 50-48. These are huge free throws. First one's on the way, and it's good. Berkey's got 19. It's 51-48. So this is the big one, Evan. This will make it a two-score game here if he can knock this one in at 51-48. And we're going to keep it right here with 11.8 seconds. Evan, what's your thoughts on the whole fouling, not to give them a three-point look? I think there's two sides to that whole thing.
So for me, I have to be sure that my team can get the defensive rebound. Right. Because the last thing you want is to foul up three, them make their first free throw, miss the second one, but they still get the rebound and they still get a bucket. So, like I said before, with Shawnee in that situation, they fouled the tallest player on the court, so he's shooting the free throws. You have 6'7" and 6'7" down low to rebound. They're probably pretty confident they're going to get one, right? And so probably not a bad idea there, but I think generally I'm a little too scared to foul up three.
That is my thought exactly. My whole philosophy is I don't want to give up free points, and I call them free points because free throw. I just don't want to.
Yeah. I think that's fair too. It's actually really fun to talk to coaches about it, right? Because everyone has their own idea or different experiences with it, right? But ultimately, I think I like to play on the safe side, especially in a close game.
Yeah, and I'm not. But look, by no means am I questioning Coach Triplett or Coach Fisher. They're called because everybody's different.
Yep.
Just in my opinion, I'd rather get beat by a 40-foot three than, So here we go with 11.8 seconds to go. Beckett Berkey.
And Coach Fisher before that timeout was talking with the referees, and now after the timeout still wants an explanation on whatever happened on that foul.
Right.
I'm not sure if he thought that since it was on the inbound, maybe it's an intentional foul for grabbing from behind, but here we go, three-point game.
Berkey misses that one. Here. And another stoppage in play. We'll see what happens here. And the officials have stopped play. They're going to make Coldwater take it out underneath the basket there with 11.8 seconds to go. And Coach Fisher's going to take a timeout.
Well, that's a tough one right there, too. I have no idea what happened, but Coldwater got the rebound and had a chance to come up the floor. Instead, now they have to inbound the ball.
Yeah, I'm not real sure why they stopped.
Go the full length of the court against probably a pressure defense. So I'm not too sure what happened there either, but Coach Fisher takes a timeout, and they're going to have to break down the press and get a quick bucket. But again, Shawnee up three, they might foul here.
So it's a chess match, absolutely, that we're watching here between Coach Fisher and Coach Triplett.
Go Indians from a youngster in the crowd. One of the scared me a little bit.
He got the microphone and said, "Go Indians." So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, Shawnee now, all their defenders are at half court, so they might not defend full court, but I could see, again, them trying to foul if the right guy gets the ball.
So 11.8 seconds to go. Coldwater has to go the length of the floor, down 51-48.
And they do have Ojo up the floor. Some fans behind us saying tee him up. I'm
not real sure about that. Yeah.
Not sure why.
So Mason Welch will trigger the ball in. He'll get it into Potcutter. Potcutter comes to half court, and he'll be fouled. And there you see the foul. You called it. Trevick Berkey comes in and fouls. Yeah.
Well, now we know Coach Triplett's stance on fouling.
Exactly.
While up three, right?
Exactly.
And that's good. That's
yeah, absolutely.
Again, it's great to have so many great coaches in the area to talk to. I've sent him a couple messages asking him some different questions on X's and O's, and him especially, but all coaches very generous with chatting about things like that.
And Potcutter misses the first one with 8 seconds to go. And we're going to be in a free throw contest here for the next 8 seconds. So Potcutter gets another one from the Lee's Famous Recipe free throw line. And that one's good. Makes it 51-49. The Indians will inbounds it immediately. Blockberger will foul.
So he fouled away from the ball as well.
The foul was called away from the ball. So
So Layfeld gets called for the foul, and Matthew Stiles, I believe, was the one that was fouled and will go shoot the free throws.
So Stiles will shoot the free throws. That was the 4th foul on Brady Layfeld. So 4-3-3-1 over on the Coldwater side for fouls. So not that it matters with 8 seconds to go. But
and there's 87 seconds on the clock. That's why we have a delay here.
That's right.
There, they got it fixed. They got it fixed.
So Matthew Stiles will try to cement the win here for the Indians, knocking down 2 free throws with 8.7 seconds to go. First one on the way, and it's good. Boy, he looks comfortable there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Stepped right up, knocked it down.
That is senior leadership right there. Matthew Stiles knocks it in. Makes it 52-49. Second one on the way, and that's good.
That'll do it. Shawnee won't foul. Well, I shouldn't say that'll do it. Anything could happen.
Sure, anything
but
can happen.
Shawnee will not foul now, up by 4,
yeah.
because one basket will not win the basketball game for Coldwater. My math is really good, by the way.
They'll get it into Blockberger. Blockberger races down. He's going to get a 3 from the right side. That goes off the mark. Kunk with the rebound, puts it up, and he scores, and can't stop the clock, and that'll do it. The Shawnee Indians win a thriller over the Coldwater Cavaliers, 53-51. Evan, your final thoughts on this classic matchup?
Danny, I love calling basketball games with you, but I really like calling good basketball games with you, and this was a lot of fun. Look, I don't think this gets said enough, but thank you to the Shawnee players and coaches. Thank you to the Coldwater players and coaches for their effort tonight and giving us a great show. Love what we saw out there. The Shawnee Big Three all in double figures with Beckett Berkey 19, Jagger Hutchins with 11, and Trevick Berkey with 11 as well. And then obviously Blockberger on the other side doing some great work in the scoring column with 18. Coldwater's got to be really, I mean, this has got to be, no one likes to lose.
No,
right?
I get it.
But when it comes to losses, this has got to be one where you say, you know what, guys, I'm really proud of you.
Well,
I'm really proud of the way we fought in this
Coldwater
game.
falls to 2-3, but you're losing to maybe one of the best teams in Northwest Ohio. Shawnee goes to 9-1. Look, we talk about Coldwater. This was a good choice for Shawnee to play a team like Coldwater.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And I love what Shawnee does, packing their non-conference schedule, playing some really good schools. And look, basketball in Northwest Ohio is as good as it's been, man. And it's just, we are so blessed to get to work here for WOSN, to call games, and to be a part of a small part of the sports scene here in Northwest Ohio.
So our final score from Shawnee High School, the Shawnee Indians beat the Coldwater Cavaliers 53-51. For our entire WSN crew, from Miles Holiday, I'm Danny Hope saying we'll see you next time. You've been watching high school basketball on